Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Right. We want here. Oh my god. I'm all over the place today. Hi everybody. Hello. I hope everything's going alright. Let me know if the mic's too loud. I've done no sound checks this morning, which is very weird for me. I am running rather late for my own personal setup, and there's one solid reason for that, and that is because it is the lovely Jamie Dagger's birthday, and I've been hanging out there all morning, and there's a bit of an art share going on, and yeah, I was hoping to catch it, and then time ran out. I was like, so yeah, I haven't done any sound checks. I hope everything's good to go. I'm doing a Sammy here and just trusting that my settings are good. So please let me know if the music's too loud, too quiet, if I need to turn my mic up, if anything's not working a-okay. Sammy's also going to alert me when my piece gets shared, because I have got a piece in here and I really do want to hear Jamie's reaction to it. So yeah. But yeah, it's been a good morning. Hello Sigrid, hello Marcy, hello Beatty, and of course hello Sammy, who is here in the background.
Ta-da.
So yeah, I hope you are all doing well there. I drew a crab. Hi bye. There is a crab meme that has been submitted.
Noah drew a crab as well.
Ah, did they?
Yeah.
Oh, my video is frozen. Oh, that's cute. All right. I've actually got the stream up but muted behind me so I can also watch too. Marcy says hello as well. Marcy on YouTube says hello.
Marcy.
Yeah, so it's been a good couple of days. As you all know, we didn't stream on Tuesday because Sammy had her surgery on Monday. It went really well. The surgery did. The hospital, that's a whole different story. But she's been doing amazing. I've been here looking after her for the last couple of days, and we've been just doing a bunch of pottering around the house. I've been doing a bunch of colouring. I made the world's most delicious soup. I'm very proud of my soup. It's good soup.
Such good soup.
Good soup is good soup. You know? Sometimes you just want good soup. And yeah, just pottering away on things and finishing off pages, because of course in New Zealand today it is the 31st of May, aka the last day of the month. And so because I operate month to month with YouTube, and you know, I work on a monthly schedule for like completed pages for YouTube's and my stats and stuff. So today is the last day to try and finish off what I can finish off. So the goal is today to finish off this Alien Worlds page. If we do not finish it today, I may finish it off stream later on because I would like to get this finished today. It has been, I will give you a sneak peek in the sense that this month has been one of my biggest colouring months ever. I believe I am at 36 completed pages this month. So this month's completed pages videos is going to be huge. I did pre-film part of it before I left. So all the books that I wasn't bringing with me, I did pre-record that section. And that first part of the completed pages video is already an hour long. And then I've still got all the pages I've got here. It has been a incredibly productive month, but it's also been a month where I've needed to colour for my own mental health, and it's resulted in a lot of colouring. So I'm really excited to show y'all everything that I've done. But also, we say this a lot, your personal colouring journey, like the amount that I produce, should not be an indication on what you're producing. If you don't even complete a page in a month, if you complete 400 pages in a month, it's what you need, you know? So as long as you're colouring for you, for when you need, for what suits you, and you're happy with what you're producing, that is the main thing. So please don't take this as a like, you should be colouring more per month. No, that's not it. You know? But for me, I just look at that and go, damn, I needed to colour this month. Anyway, I don't know why we're still on the screen. I don't know. I'm all over the place today. Okay, so I have not even checked my lights properly. Oh my goodness. Water is up. I did get water up. That's good. That's good. I'm going to take those headphones off for 2 seconds. We're just going to do a quick little light adjust because, as you can see, everything is blowing out really badly. So I kind of need you there, but if I put you there, that's going to be in frame. Maybe we'll move this up. That'll be logical. Let's just move this up. Sorry for the motion sickness. How high is that? Not quite.
Oh, it might be because my disk's a little higher than normal.
Ah.
Yeah.
That would help. There we go. That works. Okay, that gets you up there, and then I get more light probably burnt over here. Cool, cool, cool. Right. I try to get this all done before I go live because it's like, I'm live. I just want to get into the colouring. That's what you're all here for. But that doesn't always happen. How are you all doing, by the way? Did I ask that? I don't even remember if I asked that. I meant to ask that. How are you all doing? How is everyone today? I hope you're all doing well. It is nearly the weekend here. It's got to be nearly the weekend in your time zone. It's not that far to go. I hope we're all having a fantastic week, a fantastic weekend planned. You got lots of like chill, peaceful you time. You're excellent in the USA. Glad to hear it. Right. The other thing I did this week was I ran my first D&D game in almost a year. In over a year, probably. So, it's been a good week. You know who found guilty just now? No, I don't know what you mean, Marcy. So I did do a bunch off stream. So I did. Okay. Political stuff. I kind of avoid a lot of news sites, which I know seems bad, but I am the type of person who, like, I will, every day while I'm working, I will take 5 minutes to go and read news then. So at night, I do read the news while I'm working, but it's part of my work routine. I am someone who gets very overwhelmed by news a lot, like, no, it's something that I am aware of, and I noticed it in particular when there was some massive earthquakes here, because every television channel here was just 24/7 about the earthquakes, which is understandable because it was a massive disaster in Christchurch. It was really, really, really bad. But I realized quickly how much of a headspace news puts me into, because a lot of the time news is reporting on the worst situations, which is good because we should be aware of what's going on in the world, and we should be, you know, like, this is not cool, you know. There's a lot of things going on that are not cool, and we should be aware of it. Yeah, you're an empath as well, so yeah, you get it. It's like, I realized during that time that it's actually really bad for me just to sit down and watch the news all the time, or just go and read stuff all the time. So what I do, because I still want to be aware. Oh, mine's on. What I want to do is be aware, but I don't want to be overwhelmed. So I set a time limit, basically. Right, I'm going to mute desktop audio and then turn Jamie up. Yay! My drawing's going down well. It's good to hear. So yeah, sorry, I know I've muted the music right now, but I didn't check that it was okay to bring Jamie onto the stream, so we're just going to keep the desktop audio muted for the moment. But yeah, while that's going on, I have been doing a little bit of this over the last couple of days, just to finish off this bottom half. Yeah. And now we're just going to try and finish off our top part of the alien. The goal is to make this, sorry, we may get a few follows here.
Is that a colouring page that's available?
Through ISIN, yeah. Oh, look at that, we just hit our follower goal. Oh my gosh.
Love that for you.
Yay. Alright, I can mute that now. Thank you. I just hit my follower goal. Alright. I am going to minimize that. I'll give you back some sounds. Apologies on that. That's what I was waiting for, and I was hoping it would come up before I went live, but unfortunately it didn't. I just hit 800. Opcos Games, hello, thank you so much. So yeah, and thank you Marcy, and thank you Sigrid. The page is going wonderfully. I'm really happy with how this is turning out. So what I was saying before I got completely distracted and overwhelmed there, oh, thank you for the follow too, Woodworker, all the new friends, is we are going to finish off up here. So there's still probably a little bit of deepening of the shadows to do in this middle section. Oh my gosh, John and Ada, thank you so much for the follow, all the friends. But I may carry on with that later because I want to try and get this body done and the head and the little creatures flying around in particular, because these are what are communicating with the forest intelligence. So I want to make these almost appear glowing. So we need to shade them and then highlight them and then have that glow appear outwards. Just a subtle glow because I don't want to do reflected glow on all the items around because that's so much texture on the trees and I'm feeling lazy. We also need to glitter the sky, but it's doable. We're going to get this finished today. And then we'll have 3 of our alien pages done. So our solar giant, our apex predator, and our forest intelligence creature. So to all our new friends that have joined us, welcome in. I am working on a colouring page today. This is primarily what I do. I do draw, as you would have seen on Jamie's channel, but I do primarily do colouring in, and we are working on a page in Alien Worlds, which is a gorgeous colouring book by Kerby Rosanes. I can word today. The brain is not braining. The brain has been in use for the last few days and it's made me forget everything. But yeah, I hope you all are doing well, and I did see that lovely Beatty is also doing something. You finished your page in Walk of the Woods except for the ribbon in the background. I'm taking some time to think about it. So I started a Rita Berman page. Nice! Which Rita Berman? Which Rita Berman? I have done 2 in my new Rita Berman book this month. The Europa one. It's been really fun. Right, we're not worrying too much about that because I can always come in and darken later. We need to work on these main bits. So we want to work on these hands. So let's get out our shaders for the pink, but we're really moving into the purple. So I need something. I need a more violet. You know what I need? I need a Pablo. We're going to blend kits here because this gorgeous new set of Pablos that I have been using non-stop from Emily contains this beautiful indigo blue with a really lovely purple undertone, and that's actually what I need. That is not in the Polychromos. there is a like indigo blue, but it is more on the blue side. This has got a purple undertone and it is different. So we're going to pull that one. Oh, you're in the Europa book too. The London 2-page spread with the umbrellas in the rain. Ooh, let me have a look. Let me have a look. Because I just did... this one. That one is gorgeous. This is currently what Betty is working on. Ooh, that might be a good one for me to start too. I have done... Sneak peek. I have done these two. So cute. So cute. Even though it's not a double page spread, I did use the same colours across because I was like, I'll do the same colours across. Alright, so once again we start with our shadows because that's how I like to work. Dark to light. So yeah, I'm hoping to get this one finished. And then we also, I have one other Infurbles that is mostly done. That one won't take me long. In fact, I can work on that one during work if work's pretty chill. So I started this one last night, but I've got a cute little witch cat that I want to finish off as well. And then the other things that I want to do is I have a couple of digital projects that I need to work on. And I have a semi drawing that I also want to work on. And the semi one, it could possibly be Sunday stream if I don't work on it on Saturday. But yeah, there's also something digital that I really want to work on. And I was going to work on it last night. But if you don't know, the beautiful Sammy and Vi streamed Hollow Knight yesterday for like 10 hours. And so I was watching that, and I got to see firsthand how a spam bot follow situation works and how the wonderful Siri bot works. But there's nothing like seeing 6,000 follows instantaneously happen and going, oh my gosh. Vija Bridger, I hope I pronounced that right. Hello, welcome in, kia ora. And yes, this is a colouring book. This is a Alien Worlds by Kerby Rosanes that we are working in. This page is called Forest Intelligence. I primarily colour in colouring books. I do my own art, but I really love working in colouring books. I really like the collaborative nature where you're taking someone else's line work and interpreting it with your own colours. And honestly, I find colouring the most interesting part. So yeah, I do a lot of work in adult colouring books on stream. I'm just a little obsessed with colouring books. Just a little. No, it was really interesting to see. Yeah, it was really cool to see. Because, like, if that had happened to me, having not experienced it with you two, I would have been freaking the fudge out. But it was cool, like, seeing how Seribot worked straight away, which is why I went and installed it on my own channel, because I was like, dear God, that was fantastic. But then also, like, just realizing a simple thing like, if I was to be hit with a followbot spam raid right now, I would have to go and manually shut off all my alerts. I don't have a button for it, and I have multiple sources for alerts. So all that would need to be turned off. I do have like a thing set up for chat for if I am in the middle of a little bit of a panic attack. Like I have a panic attack command set up. But it's not set up in the form of a button where I could just press it and it would do a couple of things. So seeing that did make me see like the benefits of those tools that the two of you have. And Sammy has been talking about like how I need a stream deck, and I've been like, I don't need a stream deck, like I just move between scenes when I'm doing stuff. But seeing the effect of having those buttons ready to go and just pressing those emergency buttons, I'm like, okay, yeah, maybe I do. However, that is not for you to buy me a stream deck, because I know there are mobile ones that you can just do on your phone, and I could just set up a couple of things on my phone. Because no, you already spent too much money on me.
I need to set up more buttons and stuff to cope with that as well.
Yeah.
Refreshing browser sources for any browser-based stuff. That cleared
all the stream.
everything from the stream alerts, and it also cleared all of the the on-screen icons in that. The explosions. The remote walls.
That was really good.
Because it clears all the backlog.
For anyone who's not a streamer that's not aware of what we're talking about, there is an unfortunate thing with Twitch where a person with nothing better to do will set up and create 6,000 plus accounts to come in and all simultaneously at once say really nasty things. It is a horrible trend. There's Sammy. Yeah, and StreamerBot. I mean, that's it. I just gotta sit down and get StreamerBot sorted. But that takes spoons, and I'd rather be doing art. I just realised as well. I'm just gonna shut this one because we're getting some sharp shadows, and that should help. And then if I turn that, yay, not as many shadows. This is all the stuff I usually play around with when I'm going live, is like figuring out all these bits and pieces of like, where are my shadows? How can I minimize shadows? How can I get more direct light on there? Is the color correct? We did not do this time. Flareheart, hello. I am doing very well, thank you. We are trying to get this page done because of course it is the end of the month and I like to have things done by the end of each month. So the goal is to get this one finished today. We are very close to being done. Yes. Yes, bye, yes. Yes, technical friends. Do the technical things for the non-technical friends. I've had a couple people talk to me and go, I don't understand how you stream. It's so technical. And it's like, I don't understand either. I have technical friends and they do stuff. And then I just trade them emotes and art. I don't want to do tech stuff. I just want to press a button and go live. This is why I get so panicky and do so many sound checks and stuff before I go live. Because if stuff breaks on stream, I'm going to panic. Because I don't know how to fix stuff live. I don't think I've technically once used studio mode. Professional streamer. At the end of the day, as long as you all are enjoying your time here, I know a few of you like to use this opportunity to also colour along and work on your own projects and your crafts and your bits and pieces, and then some of you also like use it as a co-working stream. That's all I want. I just want to create a chill space where you all can come and hang out and know there's some good vibes and some good times and do a little bit of art. Not a lot, because I never get a lot done on stream because I'm usually distracted, but I love it. Love the distractions. Speaking of distractions, I've got 2 new colouring books. I've got 2 digital colouring books because I got given 2 Colouring Heaven digital books. I was being like, oh, I'm so good. I only bought 6 colouring books, but I knew I would probably end up printing a book while here because that usually happens. Because it's actually way easier for me to get to the print shop here than it is at home. Plus the print shop here is lovely and the people at home, well, some of them are lovely. I won't generalise every sales worker. Love, 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 love. So yeah, is anybody working on any projects while we're live today? What are we colouring? We know Beatty is working on some Rita Berman. Oh, also, I don't know if the person here is here. I don't know who it is, but I got a message from my mum that some more parcels have been delivered. She is holding on to parcels for me while I'm away. So there is another mystery package that I did not order from Amazon, which makes me think someone else has been very kind and gone onto my Amazon wish list and purchased something. I purposely turned off notifications, so I don't know what it is, because, you know, I wanted to be surprised if anyone would be that kind. And y'all are amazing. This is not me saying go to my wish list, please. No, that is never required. But just whoever it is, thank you. And as soon as I am home, I will get that package. It's just, please know the package is safe. It is waiting. I just can't get to it because it's in another town. It's not like it can just go up the road. It's like a force.
It was easy for her to get it to the post office.
Yeah, it's not easy for Mum to do that, unfortunately. So yeah, it's all good. It's safe and secure at Mum's, so she's looking after the parcel till I get back. So yeah, I have no idea who it's from, but if they are here and they are aware, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I don't know what it is, but I am honestly touched and blessed, and please know it's safe and I will get to it as soon as I'm home. Y'all are just so kind. I'm just like blown away at how much y'all want to hang out here. You've finished 2 pages today so far. Oh my gosh, Sigrid, that's amazing. It's so satisfying when you finish off a page too. Well done. The important thing though, did you enjoy the process of doing the page, or did you learn something doing the page, or are you just feeling good that the page is done? You know, sometimes the finish of the page is just the win of completing the page, you know? I have one page this month where it's just like, it's not my greatest work, but I'd had so many issues in this book that I just wanted to complete the page. I have one Selena Fennick book, and I don't know what is going on in the paper in there because it is an Amazon printed book, but I have other Amazon printed books that I can work in fine, but there's something about this specific one and it's just evil. I don't know what's going on with the paper, so it was like the 3rd page that I tried in this book. So yeah, I'm hoping tonight Sammy has double D&D, or it might be Fallout and D&D. Basically, she's got 2 tabletop games tonight. I just say double D&D for ease, plus it's fun. And then, so tonight I will be probably doing my own thing and pottering around, which is fantastic. I am very comfortable with that. And like I said, I've got a few things I want to try and finish off today. And I have a digital project, and this digital project I am hoping to talk about more next month, so I would really like to get more of that done tonight. I'm not going to finish it tonight, I know that much. I'm too slow at it digitally, but I am working on some stuff, and hopefully we can start talking about it next month because it's exciting. And then, of course, for June, so the original plan for June was going to be a whip month, and I was going to work on just whips and try and finish off some of my whips on my list. Again, traveling, so we'll have that focus when I get back, but for now it'll be what I have here. I do have one whip here because I do have Mythomorphia here, so we can also start working on some Mythomorphia pages. yeah, does anyone have any exciting colouring plans for June or goals that you're working towards? Just do more colouring. That's a goal. Be happy is a goal. Remembering to hydrate. Take your meds. Sammy, have you had your meds?
Oh, good point.
Yep. Med check. Everybody, have you had your meds?
Well, I've had my painkillers, but I haven't had these.
I am due my next dose of meds on the next ad break. Because I took my injection late last night, so it will be pumping through the system today. So yeah, we're just working with the Polychromos and then a little bit of the Pablos. So I've been working with the Pablos quite a bit and trying them out, but this is actually the first time I've tried blending the two sets together. And I will say, they are blending lovely. They definitely do work together really nicely. So this makes me very excited. So yeah, next time I place a pencil order, we'll try and get some more Pablos. What I would like to do is eventually get the full set of Pablos, do a direct swatch comparison between the Polychromos and the Pablos so that I can write a list of Pablo pencils that you can buy individually that are not in the Polychromos range. So if you have the Polychromos like me and then you just want to expand your color range, you can be like, here is a list of Pablos that would complement your Polychromos pencils. Or here is a list of Polychromos pencils that would complement your Pablos. So you don't have to buy two sets, you know? But you can get a few more colors. Annie Banani, hello, hello. I lurked today, I feel like shite. I am so sorry to hear that, hun. But you are, of course, welcome to lurk. I hope you feel better soon. Feeling like shite is never, never fun. Yeah, it was a long day for the three of you yesterday with the Hollow Knight rando. But I hope you all had fun doing it. It looked like it was fun. Alright, we're gonna get a little bit more violet and then I want to lighten these edges, but in a less pink way. You know what we need? Where is the precious? Let's bring out the precious. So, the precious is this pencil here. If you've not seen this before and you're like, what the heck, Polychromos pencils don't come in that light purple, you are correct. This is a discontinued Polychromos pencil. It is 139 light violet, and by gods do I wish they still continued this as a colour, because if Polychromos is significantly lacking on pastel purples. And so because it is a discontinued colour, this colour is used very preciously because we want to maintain it as long as we can.
What colour number was it?
139 light violet. Yeah, it's so back in the day when Polychromos used to do 100 sets instead of 120, it used to be in the 100 set. And then they expanded their colour range and they changed a couple and they discontinued a couple of colours. And light violet is one of the colours they discontinued, which makes me think it uses a similar pigment to the Prismacolors and their light purples that they had to change colour of. Yeah, I love my Polychromos pencils. I love how they operate. They are my go-to pencils for a lot of pages, but I am the first to admit there are colours lacking in that range. I just need to make my own pencil set.
It'll all just be purples.
Not all purples. You need more than just purple, but there would be a good purple range because so many sets do not include a good purple. I would love to make my own pencil set one day. Be kind of like it. I wouldn't even know how you go around it. Or, like I barely use watercolors. I do dabble in wet media. But, oh my gosh, watching handmade watercolor videos, I love watching them. Especially people that use make glittery metallic handmade watercolors. God, they're so pretty. And some of those handmade watercolors, I'm like, oh, I just need you in my life. They're so glittery and sparkly and so pretty. I'm going to stand outside, so if anyone asks, I'm outstanding. Welcome in, Jester. It's like my running joke. My running joke is I'm a prize because I'm a ward. Amy may not give you the greatest ability to nickname, but at least my name does have a joke in it. You need jokes so bad right now. Jester, you're up. Give us the jokes. Every time Jester pops into chat, they come in with a joke. Dark ones, mild ones, and light ones. Let's keep it on the light side, I will request. Yeah, let's not go to the dark ones, please. Light-hearted, funny jokes would be where it's at. This is our glittery bubble of happiness. Let's keep it glittery and sparkly and pretty. Mm. 5-stream watch streak. Nice. Enjoy your bonus channel points. So it's a bit hard to shade in here because underneath, of course, we have all the glitter of the side, and while the glitter is thin, it does provide a little bit of texture, so I do have to work quite lightly and work with the sharper edges of the pencil just so we can get into each layer, each little ridge. But this is where the Inktense has also been really effective as a basing tool because it has covered the paper. Sorry, I've got a bit of the hiccups. So it has covered not only the tooth of the paper, but it's also hiding quite a bit of that texture from the glitter. I used to be a banker, but I lost interest. Oh. Oh my gosh, that reminds me of a TTRPG that Sammy ran, where one of the characters was basically playing Batman accountant. It was like they were playing Batman who was running from a life of accountancy and was just so triggered by anything accountant. It was so good. Very careful with the precious. Also today you may notice I'm in a different blanket hoodie because I stole Sammy's one. Because my one needs to go in the wash, which I was meant to put on before stream, and then I totally forgot. I'll do it after stream. It's fine. The best hoodies are the stolen ones. They really are. I was so cold the other night that I had my blanket hoodie on, and then I stole Sammy's hoodie and I put that on top of my blanket hoodie. I was that cold. It was very cozy. I do like... So this is an actual hoodie one, and I do think they are thicker. Like, it feels more full than my one. So I will give them that. They are nice and thick. Okay. I think that's alright. Let's pull out our Poscas. And then I don't have it out, but I also want the light purple. There is stuff everywhere from me creating like a maniac. Right, we'll start with these hands, and I'm also going to have the black nearby, just so I can deepen little areas around the hand to really add that contrast. I just did that on the shadow side. Good job, Amy. It's okay, we'll blend it out. Luckily, if you leave Posca to dry a while, it does actually become workable. How's Crab Bash going?
Good. Mine's just on.
Oh, nice. Okie dokie, so take our bright pink, work some of that in, especially over some of the darker, where we want a little bit of a highlight but not as intense of a highlight. Just tone down our highlights. Yeah, I think that'll work. Yay! Alright, and then we move into the purple section. give that a chance to dry there. And once that's dry, we'll work over that purple with the pink to tone it more into the pink. I tried espresso for the first time in years. This one had 300 milligrams, but only drank like half of it. So, and it has like triple shots on it. So there's that. Nice. I love coffee. We're on an energy drink today. I went straight to energy drink. I didn't even make a coffee. I did, however, have proper food before stream. I reheated some soup. Someone tell me if I feel any vibrations going in my system, then stop. Yes, it is possible to take on too much caffeine, and you do want to look after yourself, you know? Like, too much caffeine is not fun to experience. Like, look after yourself, you know? I'm at the point where I drink so much caffeine that I feel like I'm actually a bit desensitized to caffeine. So like if I stopped drinking caffeine for a while and then reintroduced it, I would probably feel its effects a little bit better. But then I also have to stop drinking caffeine. And I'm the first to admit that I am very dependent on caffeine. You're not a huge fan of espresso? I love strong black coffee. It's my go-to for coffee, which I find hilarious because, like, so for many years I did not drink hot drinks. So I didn't drink coffee. I didn't like coffee at all, and I did not drink hot drinks because I just didn't like the way they felt in my stomach. And so yeah, it wasn't until I turned about 30 that I started drinking cold coffee. And I started off with terrible expensive milkshakes from a certain company I don't buy coffee from anymore. Overpriced milkshakes, and it was more like a milkshake with a little bit of coffee flavoring. But then I increased the coffee more, and then I increased the coffee more, and then I was like, well, this is ridiculous and expensive. I'm just going to learn to make these at home, and then I could add in and adjust the coffee more and more, and then it became less of a milkshake and more of a iced coffee. And then I got rid of the sweetness altogether, and I just started having coffee and milk. And then I was like, you know, I should try coffee hot. And now I did, and then it's like, oh, I kind of like it hot. So I started drinking hot coffee, and it was at the time like flat whites. And then I made them with oat milk because I am lactose intolerant. But I needed to reduce oats because they started being a bit of a trigger in my system. So the biggest area that I was getting oats was my coffees because I had milk in them. So I then started cutting down the milk more and more and more. And then it just got to the point of, I'll just drink black coffee. And I liked it. Colouring Jen, hello. Hello, Amy and everyone. Your page looks gorgeous. Thank you so much, lovely. Unfortunately, I don't know if this message will go through to you. My internet is crap right now. Doubt I can watch. Just wanted to say hi. Well, I appreciate you popping in and saying hi. Your message did come through, if you are still there. But if the internet is causing you grief, I understand. I'm glad you could pop in even for a while. Hopefully, it'll play along and allow you to watch, but if you can't, I also understand. There'll be a VOD later on, of course, because it's YouTube. But also, life. Life happens, you know. Jen is another lovely colorist from the Alien Worlds group. Yo, the group has expanded so much. She's like 17 or 18 of us in there now. I don't know, I gotta count. So many new people this month in the group. So yeah, once we've done this page, I think I'm actually going to go back and do the double page spread. Just because it uses all the same colours, whereas this one is a close-up. So I might, like, I'll still take inspiration, but I feel like this is like a really close zoom in on like the little growth things on the plant or the top of the trees. I think it actually says the top of the trees in the book. So it's like, it's a close-up anyway on another area. So while we'll take inspiration for what we've done, we may use slightly different colours in this one. So I kind of want to go back and do the planet just because the colour palette is still fresh in my brain. So I am very mad at myself for getting my red Posca though. I have to make sure I can do it without the red Posca. But we are definitely on the home stretch. Right, so I didn't actually highlight some of these tree branches because I knew up here it was merging more into the purple. So we'll pull some of them out with the purple just to give like a clear highlighted edge next to the darker edge. And then we can use purple for around here. Still got to go in and blend out all these edges too. So yeah, if you work back over the top of the dried Posca lightly with a Polychromos pencil, you can kind of soften the edges and it just takes away that harshness of the Posca stopping and starting and like makes it more of a natural highlight rather than just a very clearly Posca edge. So I do like to do this, especially in areas where the highlight is emerging from a shadow area or something like that. Oop, I totally missed big sections down here. Good job, Amy. I'm a professional. I am not a professional in any sense of the word. Blend out these ones. Oh, I am getting alerted by Twitch that it is time for our hourly break. So for those that aren't aware, or just as a reminder, every hour on the channel we do put down our pencils for 3 minutes and we do a self-care break. This is to line up with Twitch's ads, which does get rid of the horrible pre-rolls, but most importantly it is also really important to do self-care, especially for me as a streamer. I need to do it for my own health and well-being. It helps me stream more comfortably without pain. And this gives you a really good opportunity that if you need to grab a drink, if you need to go to the bathroom, grab a snack, if you haven't taken your meds and you need to grab your meds, or you need to put some washing on or dishwasher, anything like that. So we're going to take a 3-minute break here. I'm going to start doing some stretches and take my pain meds. Please do look after yourself. Take this opportunity to self-care. and we'll see you all in 3 minutes when we pick up the pencils again. Oh, we're going to stretch out the back. Whew. I'm also going to turn off the heater because I am getting a little warm. Walking frame up, which also means I could grab my water bottle because that was over by the bed. Pain meds. Don't tell me I left those over by the bed. No, I took some earlier. There they are. I hope you're all doing well out there. Stretchy stretch, stretchy stretch. Do the wiggles. We've got about 30 seconds left. Definitely good for my back to have a little bit of a stretch, so. And there we go. There is the ads all done. And just thank you everybody for bearing with us as we took that 3-minute self-care break. I hope you took the opportunity to also do some self-care. Oh, get back in position, make sure our posture's good. Alright, so a little bit more definition in here just so we can tell, and then I do need to do a layer over this pink. As much as I love the lighter belly, it would also be in shadow, but I do want to keep that lightness. Alright, so the good thing about taking that break too is because I stand up and look at this, I get to see things that I might not see while I'm like working like this, because I stand up and look at it from far away. So sometimes when I'm on break, I'm also just looking at the piece and seeing where I need to work, what I need to add to. Don't you be dying on me too, Purple. I still need you for quite a few elements. Might be time to replace all my Poscas. A lot of them are definitely running low, which makes sense because I've had a lot of them for a long time and I've used them a lot. I have replaced some of them, like the whites I've replaced several times. And the pale yellow, Sammy found me a replacement for that one, which is fantastic. Yeah, a lot of the other colours are starting to get a bit low. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to use the lavender. And I have to be very careful with this one because she is a bit leaky sometimes. And we're going to lightly put it on and then lightly fade it out because it's just too light. It's like too much of a highlight. So we'll probably work over this with a bit of pencil just to tone down. But there's certain areas where we do need our highlights to be even lighter on this purple area. So we'll just layer our Poscas. And then we get a little bit more of a highlight, but not as like pow highlight, you know? Does anyone have the Thule paint pens? I've heard very good things about them. I think I need to invest in some of those eventually too. Every time I've looked on Amazon, they haven't been available to ship to me though. Might have to look again. I am very much hoping, because it is tax rebate time and I get taxed very weirdly because of my position, so I'm hoping I get a really good tax rebate this year and I can go on a bit of a colouring book haul. I'm just waiting for IRD to say, hey, we've done your end of year calculations, come in and claim your tax. You love the Thule paint pens? Good to know. Everyone that I've talked to that has them has just raved about them, so. Because there's definitely a really good colour range with them. My only issue is that because, like, I wouldn't be able to get them individually, and I'm sure certain colours I would just run out of before anything else again. And like with the Poscas, at least I can individually replace the colours. Like, they don't have the biggest colour range, but, you know, I can replace the white. I don't have to buy a set to replace it. And that's a big thing with me in art supplies is before I consider whether or not I want to start getting in a certain art supply or something, can I replace things individually? Is there open stock? Open stock is essential. It's a big reason why I haven't gotten like the Black Widows or the Brute Booners, because they look like they'd be fun pencils to try, but they're not available open stock. They do have smaller sets with just the black and white. Okay. I mean, honestly, though, if I was just looking for, like, the white, I would just get a white Posca, because they're available locally, so I wouldn't have to pay, like, terrible shipping and all that sort of stuff. But it's more like, you know, like, you run out of a specific green, or... I don't know, they do look fascinating, though, but there's also such a big colour range that it's like, I'm sure there would be similar colours in other sets. I don't know. I don't know. They do look fascinating. It's probably one of those things that if I get the opportunity to try them, I think they'll be a really useful addition. But right now, again, like I said, every time I've looked for them on Amazon, they haven't actually been available to ship to New Zealand anyway. So right now, we don't even have an option. It could have changed though. Right. Start bulging out here, so we will start our highlight around here. Come on, keep working. I don't want to press down on your nib because I know you're going to split, but we're going to have to. At least we have a separate piece of paper to do it on so it won't go split on the artwork, because I have done that too many times. Actually, before we start doing the pattern, let's just make sure we can get the outside of this done, because if this runs out, we're going to have problems. Okay, yeah, we need to make sure we need to get a new lavender. So I think it's a lavender and one of the blues, the gold, honestly, maybe I even just look at getting a replacement red and see if I can get them here. Ribbon Rose does ship pretty quickly. Oh, I just went over a bit there. So, use our black pencil and we're going to scratch away. So if we press with a bit more pressure, we can actually scratch off the Posca. So that's what we're going to do here. And we also need to do a little bit over there too. This is actually the most difficult part for me because this is line work and this is what hurts my hands the most. Should really be wearing my gloves. I don't even know where they are right now. Everything's a mess. Actually, Gisborne has Paper Plus. I feel like they do have Poscas. I wonder if they have the Guanemars. I don't believe they have the pastels, but they might have the standard colours. That is a good point. Alright, let's also grab in there and in there. Then we'll blend that bit out a bit. Cool. And then what I want to do is I want to start taking it down some of this lines from the side. We want to have different lengths. I've moved this in a way where we're getting shadows again. Sorry for shaky cam. But then you get glare. I don't think I'm going to win today. I don't think gliding's going to be a win. So, while I've been here, Sammy has got me into watching an anime, which I'm not, like, I don't watch a lot of anime, right? So, it's not something I go to, but she put on, like, the final episode that had just been released, and I was like, oh my god, okay, I kind of like this. So, we started from the start, and I've been catching up, and it is Dungeon Meshi, or Delicious in Dungeon, and it is fantastic. Because it's D&D based, so obviously I'm a big fan of it because it's very classic D&D, but it's also really hilarious and got some surprising depth of character as well. So yeah, I am really enjoying it. I believe I'm up to... I'm not far behind now. I'm like episode 18, I think, or 15, somewhere around that mark. Late teens. And I think the newest episode was 22, so yeah. We watched a couple more last night, and then I was like, it's this catch-22 of I don't want to speed through the last remaining ones, because I know it's on a weekly release, so it's like, I don't want to rush them. But yeah, it's been very enjoyable. And then, as I was saying before as well, I also ran my first D&D game in over a year. I am very lucky. I have some amazing players in my campaigns who understood that I needed a very long break from DMing. Initially it wasn't meant to be that long, but things happened, and so I needed to step away from being a DM for a while, and luckily my players are amazing, and so I started one of the campaigns up. I chose to start off with Strixhaven, just because it just was the one I felt comfortable starting up with again. It's less... The reason why I have to close it off is even though I'm running pre-written modules, I still base them in a world I created when I was having a lot of mental distress. So there is this homebrew world that I've created called Acleonia. And there are sections of this world that my players will never ever explore because I'm never ever going to open those ones up to being explored. And if they ever got near to it, I would say, hey, this is just a no-go zone. Find a way in story, like their deity tells them that this is an area that is fully protected and shouldn't be trampled on, yada yada yada. And that is because that is my area that I started off the world, and then it's expanded over the years, and I started taking Acleonia into my D&D games as a way of finding my way back to socialize and connect with people. So it's been wonderful in that sense, because it did allow me to find my way back into the real world from this fictional world that I was living in. But in turn, when things get really tough for me, because it is my safety world, I can't run stories in there because I need the world and I need to know no one else is in there so I can just exist. So luckily I have players that are very understanding about this, and as I said, it's been over a year that I've had to close this world off because I needed time. But I miss it. I miss running games, and it's like I feel like I can start opening this up. And so Strixhaven, which is a pre-written module, the school is based in the books in Waterdeep. So we jokingly call Waterdeep deep water, because it's not quite Waterdeep. But that is the equivalent of it in my homebrew world, because again, there are influences from existing stuff. So yeah, we just call it deep water as a joke. But yeah, it was really good. It was really good to get back into it. I think my players enjoyed it. But oh god, I've missed it. And I have some really fantastic role players, and they're all really developed characters. They're all storytellers. They all love making OCs. They all love building really deep characters, and they all gave me such amazing things that I could play with each of their characters. And so for example, two of the players, one of the players is a cleric, and we created basically a whole deity religion system for them, because even though it's my homebrew world, so much is unestablished, and I also give my players free reign to make up and come up with regions and areas. So one player basically created a whole Galapagos Islands situation that is now new on the map, and this other player was like, I really want to have like a moon cleric, and so we worked on a moon deity, and we created a moon, and we've had to create a whole moon system, and I've had to think about how do the moon phases work, and how do things affect this, and stuff like that. So it's stuff that I hadn't thought of until someone goes, hey, how do the moons work? And then you think about the moons in the world and stuff like that. But it gave me this really fun opportunity to play around with like customizing stuff. And so for example, our moon cleric, the moons in this world, there's a main moon and a smaller moon, and the cleric worships the smaller moon, which isn't the prevalent moon. Most people who follow the moon religion worship the main moon, or the deity of the main moon, but they're worshipping the smaller moon, and it's a very unfollowed religion. And part of what I wrote into the lore around the moons, which the player wasn't aware of at the time, was that the smaller moon is actually okay with it because they are the support. They understand that they are there to help boost the main moon, and it's like a like there's power in collaboration is how they kind of view it. But what happened naturally is the cleric and another player's character actually naturally kind of formed the same symbiotic relationship that the moons have in my headcanon. And I was like, I can work with this. And so I've built this custom moon blessing system, and now the cleric has a bond with this other character and can actually work with the moon, because the character started drinking like the moon blessing water and stuff like that. It's this whole running gag. And so like, yeah, these certain things now where the non-cleric character is getting some of the cleric's blessings, and yeah, and it's been really fun to play with as a DM, to pull this all on them and be like, by the way. It's just fun. I love being a DM. I love being a storyteller. And it's interesting because I am someone who is a little bit... I can be a bit of a perfectionist. I can be a bit of like, I want things to go like this, this, this. I have logical plans, right? When it comes to D&D, I can't do that because I don't know how the players are going to react. And I'm not going to sit there and write out every story opportunity. So what I end up doing is I just write a couple of points of things I want to hit, things I want to cover, and stuff like that. But a lot of it is improvised off what they react to, what they take to. So a lot of my prep for the session isn't me prepping a lot, like it's looking at stats or reading through stuff. But a lot of it is improvised on the fly in reaction to what the players are doing. And it's very interesting for someone who is very logical and likes to have step-by-step stuff for everything else. Like, I'm someone who will write documentation willingly for stuff because I like documentation. My mods have documentation for the stream, and the mods don't have to do a damn thing. But I have documentation for them because I'm that kind of person. Because I like documentation. I like knowing step-by-step what I'm meant to do and having lists and stuff like that. But when it comes to D&D, that's not how I operate. And it's very freeing and very different for me. So, yeah. It's just, roleplay's fun, you know? And I'm hoping to eventually get to a point where I feel comfortable enough to open up a campaign that I've had in the Discord for a while. Which is a bakery campaign. And it's centered around a bakery. But what I want to do with this campaign is open it up to one-shot episode sessions. And I just go, hey, I'm free on this date. Who's available and who wants to join? The max character level is this. You can join it as any character level as any character, because we have established workers in the bakery, but there can also be people visiting the bakery, you know? And it's just like, if they're available, cool, join in, we run a story. If you're not available, also cool, you're not missing out on anything, because it's like, if you're a character who works in the bakery, you're just on work, or you just didn't go shopping at the bakery that day, right? But then the idea behind this as well is we can run it in a way where new players can come in and join us, and that's going to be really intriguing, because it also means working with multi-level, because I have level 10 characters operating the bakery. But I would also like to have it in a way where level 1 characters could come into the bakery as well. And I do have an adventure in mind to introduce level 1 characters in and allow this to be like a, hey, you've always wanted to roleplay but you've never had the opportunity. We're running this game. You can join as a level 1 newbie. You can join up to here. I would probably keep the level 10s as the established level 10 characters, but also let those players have the option of like creating new characters to try out. And it's also a great way to try out different builds and different classes and just play around and be like, you know, I've always wanted to try this weird build. It's like, cool, let's do it. So that's the goal as well, is to get to the point where I can keep running that consistently, and just like once a month maybe be like, cool, this is the date I'm free, who wants to play? And then of course I also have my Witch Haven Witchhaven. That's me merging Strix and Witchlight. I also have Witchlight available as well that I want to eventually get back up to. But that one is a little bit more in Acleonia versus Strix. Strix just feels like I've taken the Strix module and just plopped it into Acleonia. There's a little bit of custom, but it really just feels like I'm running the module, so I don't feel as attached to it in terms of Acleonia. But Witchlight very much attached to Acleonia, so yeah. Right, I think I want to just tone down the pinkness of this with the Precious. But yeah, I do have an idea for an open game for the bakery, and it's basically a carnival day, and it would just use the Witchlight Carnival, but I would also ask if any of the level 10 characters are available, like what stalls would you be running on the day. Alright, now we have the swirly pattern on here. So I have a couple of options for this. I could pull out the Posca again and we could do them lighter. I also have metallic purple, and I also have a glitter purple. Now we will be putting glitter in the background, but it is a very different glitter to the background glitter. So let's have a look at these. Just give them a second to dry. Take away the glaring light so you get the actual colour. You know, I also moved the camera and I didn't even check if the focus was good. I am so sorry. I hope the focus. Yeah, me is autofocused, so I'm not worried about me. I'm meaning the art cam. Yeah. God, I'm not like. Oh yeah, no, we're still mostly focused. It's hard to tell because I haven't got my good screen with me, and that one's so blurry. Yeah, no, we're still in focus. We're good. We're good. We make do, you know? We make do with what we got. Alright, in the meantime, that is dried. So, it's really, I think we want to do the actual paint pen. Like, the metallic pen is a lot cooler. Could technically do the metallic pen up here if I wanted to. But don't think I want to. Are you giggling at Jamie? No. Oh, 2 seconds, folks. Apologies about that. Just had to check something. Alright. I've made my mind. We're just going to go for it. Do you bleed through? Should be alright. Alright, so now I need to move these back. So we'll get the blinding light again. But I need the blinding light. And I'll just provide like a subtle little pattern. Well, also making it less just like Bam! Purple. Well, it's still purple. It just adds some variance, you know? And we also have some dots on the little petals near the belly. I'm guessing it's a belly. So we can also add on there. Sweet, hasn't bled through. We're good. Because these are technically glitter paint pens, so we do want to make sure we're not hovering too long on any one section. How are we all doing out there today? You are of course always welcome to continue on lurking if you're just lurking out there. I know a few of you are doing things. I also just realised something. Monday is a public holiday. Because it's Monarch's birthday, which means I don't have work on Monday. So maybe we'll have to do some streaming on Monday.
Oh. Is it going to be June the 4th?
5th.
So the 4th is Sunday?
Yeah.
It's Ren's birthday.
Oh.
And my dad's birthday.
Okay, so we should also organise some sort of birthday.
Oh, we should just think about it.
Yeah.
I don't know if Ren has any plans. I'm usually not even in town for it, so... Well, I ask if they want me around town for it.
Yeah.
If there's anything they want or if there's anything they need. If they want me at their thing, they usually say no, because I usually go to an event or something that's on
Yeah.
on the weekend. Which is very nice of them. So, who wants their mum hanging around? Who wants their mum hanging around on their birthday like that?
Yeah, that age. But still should have a little something. Yeah. And then we're just going to do some little dots in here where there's all these little dots on the belly. So it'll just be like a little subtle, because I don't really want to do like white dots or something popping out, right? So we'll just do little dots, so they'll be there and you'll see them, particularly as we move the lights around, but it won't be in your face obvious. So hopefully it'll kind of pick up some of the sparkly bits on there. Nice! Alright, now we've just got the heads and the flying creatures, which will be coloured the same. I'm dropping stuff, oh noes. Oh noes! Oh. That's a long way to be down. Ooh. Okay. So, what do we need? I know we need gold, because we will be doing gold on there. We need, not the beige, we need the white, we need the yellow, we need the brand new pale yellow, and we need the ivory. You may also need the brand new ivory, because I think that ivory's running out. Did I bring the brand new ivory? I did not. Let's hope it's not running out. I did buy a replacement ivory before it was getting low, because I just know I use a lot of the ivory. It's a really nice color. It's not quite white. We also still have to shade them as well. I'm just getting this open. Oh. Yes, I'm using my teeth. It's the easiest way. Really naughty shaking it with the cap off. We don't do that. That's how you go splat. And then we just hold it down for a while, get the ink flowing down, some more shakes. Come on, Posca, activate. There we go. Right, so that's our pale yellow. Dear God, hands. Artsy Indo, hello. I am doing well, thank you. I am very much on the home stretch with this page, and it's very nice to feel like we're nearly there. Are you enjoying the holidays? It's not a holiday here at the moment. Are you meaning the fact that I'm away? I'm still working, so it's not quite like a holiday, but I am in a different town. I'm with Sammy, and it's lovely. We do have a public holiday coming up on Monday, though, we just realised, because it's the Monarch's birthday weekend thing, because of course we are part of the monarchy. What are we?
Colonized.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. So yeah, I did realise Monday's a public holiday, which just means I don't have to work, which is nice. But yeah, it is really nice being over here with Sammy. Sammy is doing really well, which is great. I've just been doing a bunch of cooking and cleaning and looking after Sammy and colouring like a crazy time. Yeah, you meant the trip holiday visiting Sammy. I clicked as I was saying it. I figured as much. My brain is also not quite braining today, but we're mostly there. Alright, and then, so we've got a tan, the main yellow, and then we're going to use the Pablos because they're a little bit more opaque than the polys, so they'll help with some of the shading. And then this black might be going too much of a difference. We may also need a brown. Let's pull out a brown. Just so we have like an intermediary step, because the black on yellow is quite a contrast. So we'll start with our walnut brown. I'm glad you're enjoying my trip here too, Sammy. I would hope so. Words are hard. Honestly, words are very hard, Endo. It is. It is. Yeah. Words what? Good. Speak. Alright, and then we'll start from, so underneath center, because we want them to basically be lighter on the outside. So that means underneath here we'll get our darkest, here to get our darkest, and then we'll do a little bit in the center, and that will establish our darks. And same for on top. We'll just keep it simple. You know, there's already enough complicatedness on this page, so we'll just keep it simple. So a lot of this is very subtle shading that you're really not even going to notice that much of. Why are you not laying flat? What has gone under here? The tipple. But yeah, it's been lovely so far. Yesterday I ran D&D for the first time in over a year. Huh?
It's Friday.
Friday, 2 days ago. Wow. Yeah, brain ain't braining. Oh, yesterday was Thursday. Right. Brain not braining and words being hard and being a second language is tricky sometimes, but we understand each other. Exactly. Like, English is not a logical language, and I'm always amazed at people that, you know, have had to learn it, because, like, it is my primary language and I struggle with it this much. But yeah, how are you going, Artsy Endo? What are you up to today? You got any colouring on the plans? My gosh, we are so close to being done. So close, so close. Okie dokie. And so now we'll move on with some bistre, which is what we've also used for shading in some of the more yellower growths that are around. So this just works as our blender between the brown into the yellow itself, because the brown is just there as a shadow. It's really not going to be prevalent. But we do need to add a little bit of contrast so these things look 3D, you know? Because so many of them are just tiny little flying mushrooms, they don't really need a lot. But on the head, we're going to be a little bit more prevalent, because this is where, you know, we want the awareness. This is our focal point, because all of this is to radiate towards this point. And mine is far from perfect. My language is notorious hard, but I can't complain too much about English. Now, Artsy Endo, correct me if I'm wrong. Is it German? For some reason, I have German in my brain, but I could be very wrong. Please correct me. Or is it Dutch? I know Ari is definitely German, and then, gosh, who was our Dutch speaker? Language fascinates me. I ended up downloading Duolingo again. I did start doing Duolingo for Japanese and Korean, but then I took a break from it. I'm kind of thinking I might take up Korean again. I I eat so much Korean food that it would be handy to be able to read the actual bottles of all the Korean food that I buy. I had been lurking for a while, was putting laundry away and trash in the bin instead of your room. Took a shower, had something to eat, and now we'll probably colour for a bit. Well done, Artsy Endo. You definitely deserve to sit down and relax for a while. Good job doing the adult tasks, you know? Those tasks that you just have to do. But yes, you definitely deserve to sit down and just enjoy some colouring time for a while. So now we're using, what are we using? Light chrome yellow. And I'm just working over everything in the light chrome yellow. Making sure, did I work over everything here? I did. Cool. Alright, so what I have here is cream in the Pablos, because the Pablos are a little bit more opaque. And so they'll just work a bit better to do some highlighting. So we're just going to use this to bring out some lighter areas. Portuguese, there we go. Madeira Island, but I guess German is a hard language as well. Let's be fair, they're all hard. They are all hard. They're all hard. Portuguese, there we go. My apologies. I don't know where my brain is. It's the same thing with Terreo. Learning a little bit of Terreo as well. Like Māori is an interesting and fascinating language. I also took Latin in school as well. I don't remember anything about it. But yeah, I did Latin for 3 years in high school. I did it because I thought that I had to improve my spelling. I should have taken a language I was actually interested in, or art classes, because I didn't do art. Because I was like, well, you go to school to learn, and like, I guess I should get better at spelling, so I'll do Latin. Like, I didn't do any optional classes I was interested in. I did classes that I thought were better for educational purposes, and then I was just bored because school was like nothing I was interested in, and I regretted not doing art class, which is what I should have done in the first place. I had to do a bit of adulting, but my spoons are gone for today. That's valid. After everything that you've done today, it's valid. And when the spoons go, the spoons are gone, right? And like, you can kind of push yourself to work through by taking tomorrow's spoons, but you pay for it. You pay for it so badly, so it's like, it's just not worth it. Right, there's the easy peasy. So now I'm gonna start working across this way so I don't smudge, and we're gonna start by outlining everything in our bright yellow. Okay, so this one, it's basically just go over it with the Posca. It's so tiny. I don't think I ever mentioned where I was from. I'm in the UK for a few years now, so I had to prove my English a little bit. It's all good. It's all good. You never have to, like, you know, mention and all that sort of jazz. I know words. Wow, brain is just like, you shut down. Oh, gosh. Yeah, the spoons definitely are smaller some days rather than other days. I've definitely used a lot of spoons recently, so, like, I knew, like, today all I wanted to do was the colouring. And, like, I take an injection every 10 days to help with my mobility and my inflammation and pain. And so I was meant to take it this morning. And, like, they work within a few hours. But I knew once I woke up, I would be operating on no injection in my body. And it would take a few hours, so it wouldn't be until, like, 2 p.m. before the injection started to kick in. And I knew I had to stream. And because I've done a lot over these last few days, I knew I'd be pushing myself. I was just like, nah. So I went to bed at midnight and I took the injection then. So I took it a few hours early, which isn't the end of the world. But it did mean that I woke up this morning. It was like, bing, which is great because I woke up busting to go to the loo and I could actually move almost straight away. Instead of having to lie in bed for an hour and a half to stretch out my back and my body so I could actually hobble to the bathroom. So there is that bonus. Nothing worse than waking up busting to go to the bathroom and knowing that you cannot move. Because it does take a while for my body to loosen up. Because the way my ankylosing spondylitis works is the longer I sit still, the more my body locks. The longer I don't move, the more my body locks because it inflames and the joints swell and it hurts. And it hurts to move, but it hurts if you don't move. It's a catch-22. And this is why we do the hourly breaks where I move, because it does help me immensely. So I might like go, oh, as I stand up and I'm stretching out my back. But that is nothing compared to me not moving for 8 hours. Which is what used to happen with stream, and I would just be in so much pain. But of course, sleeping, I don't move. Now I do toss and turn a lot in my sleep, so some nights I can tell that I've moved a lot because I'm not as locked up, and there's some nights I sleep like a log, and in the morning it's like, oh dear God. Which does present a bit of an issue if you wake up and you need to go. So yeah, I have like a stretch routine that I do to slowly get my body loose enough to at least hobble to the bathroom. And I have a walking frame, so I can, as long as I can put a bunch of pressure on my walking frame and lean on that, I can kind of like hobble to the bathroom if I have to run. But yeah, it's definitely, it can be a challenge at time, and that's why like a fire alarm is really terrifying for me. Luckily the adrenaline of it kind of forces me just to go. Hey. Oh, a parcel was delivered.
Yeah, it's pulled out.
Speaking of that hourly stretch time, we are being alerted to the fact that it is almost time for it again.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How long until it's...
50 seconds.
Oh. Do you want to snooze it?
I can snooze it. Why are we snoozing?
This is for you.
What have you done? Okay. Thank you. I'll make sure we haven't got the address on stream.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's all good. I should have actually Posca'd over it or something. If I do that, then that covers it. I have a box. The us. Oh my God. Sammy!
What?
I was just saying this morning, don't buy me a Stream Deck.
Yeah, well, they can't deliver same day, so I must have ordered it before you told me not to.
Thank
you for taking care of me and looking after me.
I have fancy tech stuff now, guys. Oh my god. You know you're going to have to help me set this up because I've got no clue what I'm doing.
I know.
It's so fancy. Thank you. She's too kind to me. She's naughty. She shouldn't have spent this money.
The perfect amount of kind to you.
Buttons!
You're so kind to me.
Look at it. It's so cute and tiny.
Yeah. I hope your art's dry.
Yeah, it's just Posca.
Yeah.
So, bum 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 bum. It's like a game control.
You could set it up as that. Oh my god, bye. Hollow Knight Rando Stream Deck controller run.
Oh, it pops out.
Yeah.
Ah.
So it can have different elevations.
Oh.
And so you can feed the cord in easy at the back.
Yeah, I'm guessing all.
Yeah, it's good in that.
There's a little box that pops out. That's very cute. Stuff. Does it use micro?
No, normal USB. We'll figure it out later.
Yeah.
Now
Instruction
you have
guide.
to figure out where you plug it in, because,
Yeah.
yep. You got an extra one right there.
For now, because
now.
I'm not at home.
Yep, but that's okay for now.
Yeah. For
You're
now.
sorted.
For now, we can figure it out. Well, thank you. It was
Yeah,
not
you're
necessary,
very
but
welcome.
thank you.
Thank you.
Fancy toys are fancy.
Buttons. Yes, let me
We
get
get
the
a budget increases.
for it. We can use our existing Stream Decks. They have a button to switch scenes. We can just have a controller scene for the Stream Deck. There's more room if I stand over this side.
There is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright.
Be decent on here.
Yes. Yes, we are a PG stream here.
PG. Pretty good.
You are pretty good. Thank
Yeah,
you.
You're welcome.
That was not necessary,
I
but
know.
thank you.
I know.
I were speaking about it earlier.
You were speaking about it earlier. It works when I say it that way.
English is hard,
I'm glad
okay?
you didn't swing your hand out there, did you?
Yeah, no, you're on surgery recovery. You don't get a whack.
Yeah, and being here and helping me is a massive relief on me.
Yeah.
So, thank you.
I would have done it anyway. But on that lovely note, on that ridiculously lovely note, we will take our self-care break. So take this opportunity to stretch, hydrate, meds, get
She's gonna
snacks.
yell at me as soon as the Be Right Back screen goes up.
I'm going to lovingly thank her again. But we're going to get this break started. So we will just disappear for 3 minutes. This is your opportunity to do the self-cares and we'll see you shortly. And there we go. Thank you everybody for bearing with us as we had that little break. I hope you had a good opportunity to do some self-care and look after yourself. We are good, refreshed. I had a little wander around the room, a little stretch, a little hydration. Straight back into it. Because all going well, we will finish this hour. And last one of these ones to go around. So we'll just do the little flying creatures and then we'll go back to the head, because the head we want to focus on properly. So the idea is we're just going to go around with some lighter and lighter and just bring out more and more of the highlights, and then hopefully it'll look like they're glowing. We can also go around with some cream, and I've also got out the pale yellow and just put a little bit of a glow fading out from these guys as well. Alright, make sure that's dry. Give that a second to dry down, so you don't want to go smush with the paint pens. And now we take our lighter yellow and we're going to do most of the way around. I'm very lucky to have this Posca. I was very, very, very blessed by the wonderful Sammy yet again, who happened to be shopping in a craft store in another town.
Get loved, nerd.
But
absolutely treasured.
get yourself a girl who remembers you randomly mentoring an odd-coloured marker months ago and your difficulty in finding replacements for the specific colour. Because, yeah, I got this random call of, hey, they've got one. I don't know what it is about the Pale Sunshine 1MR Posca, but I can never seem to find it. So it may not look all that much different, especially on camera, but there is a slight difference, and it's going to become more and more noticeable as we work the ivory and then the white. And yes, maybe it's a little over the top, but meh. This is our focal point. Our little brain creatures are the focal point, so it's okay. We'll take our time with these. Hopefully it works. Shaky hands don't make this any easier. Okay. It's a pale yellow. Give it a minute to dry, and then we go through with the ivory, and we work even less. And then we'll do the white, and the white will really pop because there's actually no other white on this page now, because we've covered up all the white. So the white's really gonna pop. But before we do the white, we'll do some ivory. So working even less. We can fix that bit up when we blend out the edges. Because of course we've got quite a few hard Posca edges here, and that's not what we want. We want it to look blended. Oh, I have done that one. Cool, cool. Alright, give that a minute to dry and then we'll go over the white. I'm kind of wondering if maybe I should have gone over the lines with the gold. Too late now. Are you working white or are you the crappy white? You might be almost out white. No, you should have more in you. There we go. Just wasn't quite ready to go. So not everyone necessarily needs white, more these bigger ones. Cool. Alright, give that a minute to dry and then we'll go over with our yellow, shade out those edges a little bit, deepen up anywhere we need to deepen, and then I think we will do a little bit of a glow around them as well with some pencil. Just to really like emphasize that, you know, they're glowing, they're our focus. And then we will keep our black nearby because sometimes we go over the edge a little bit, so we can remove that by working in our black or red or purple depending on the area. So it's just going to be a lot of little subtle shading right now, which may not show up all that clearly to stream. And then also have to be careful to not go over the highlights. Do, 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 do. background's just basically a Posca blob. Didn't even really need basing. Too small. Okay. So a big thing that I'm doing right now is making sure we've still got, like, anywhere where we've got highlights that touch other highlights, making sure there's a little bit of a gap so it's clear what's forward and what's back. Like here where we've got the part of the stem in front and then part of the stem at the back, and the back bits are being highlighted, so we do still want highlight there, but we want to still have a little bit of cast shadow from underneath. So that's a big part of what we're doing now, because it's easier to just go right over it with the Posca and then come back and clean up those highlights with a little bit of pencil. Let's not drop the pencil on the page. My hands are very dropsy today. Alright, that is just too intense, so let's bring that down a bit. Alright, I like that. I like that a lot. Now we're going to use our pale yellow Pablo and very gently work around the outside. So again, I'm using the Pablo because they're a little bit more opaque than the polys, but they're not as opaque as a Prisma. Not that I have my Prismas here anyway, but we don't want a solid opaque cover. We still want to be able to see around it, but we also want to create the illusion that, you know, there's a little bit of a glow happening. I don't even know if that's picking up on camera. Now, technically, if these were like glowing properly, there would be like yellow light reflected on here and lots of things like that to consider. I can't be bothered with that, so we're not going to do that today. But technically, we should be considering that. Oop, I'm working off screen again. Andromeda and Sleepy Ghost with the most. Hello, hello. How are we going? How is life treating you two today? Lovely, lovely beans. We are working away on this colouring page and we are very close to being done. We're just making our little flying creatures have a little bit of a glow effect. We just got to finish off the little bit of the centre of the head there, and then we just got to glitter the sky. We are on the home stretch. Just getting lunch and not having an amazing day today, so we'll mostly be lurking a bit. I had a rough day, mood swings suck, but I'm alive. I am so sorry that you are both having awful days. Absolutely, do what you need to do. If that involves a lurk, please feel free to lurk. I just appreciate you being here, and I really hope the day does pick up and that you're both having a better rest of the time zone. Hopefully, by being here, it just makes it a little brighter today, you know? Just a little happier. We're definitely better for having you here, but also, please self-care. Because self-caring is so important. Alright, so this glow is really going to pop on the purple here. So we'll just be careful we don't go too extreme on the purple. We're going to have to be a bit better about blending it out. I'm sorry, I'm aware that the desk is probably shaking a bit because there's a bit of pressure going into this as well. I hope you're having a good day yourself. I'm having an amazing day. Like, look what Sammy just gifted me. I am blown away. That's all good, hun. I was gonna see about doing a hang on the Discord later on tonight, possibly. Once I've done the work and seeing how the spoons go. I was gonna see how people were feeling. Yeah, Sammy was very kind and gifted me that. That would be really nice. All good. It's, yeah, doing really well. I'm having a blast over here at Sammy's. It's always wonderful to be with her and just doing lots of looking after her and cooking foods and yeah. We've got like a big, well, we don't have that much left because it's been pretty demolished, but we've got like made some yummy soup, so that's always good, you know. I love soup, so that was my breakfast. And yeah, we've just been vibing and hanging. Sammy kind of got me into Dungeon Meshi, so I've been watching that. Delicious in Dungeon. Really enjoying that. I also ran D&D for the first time in over a year this week, which was amazing. It was so good to be back. I'm pretty sure my players enjoyed it. It was just nice to dabble back into it. So hoping to get back into the swing of running more games, and yeah, so lots of positives. And of course, Sammy is doing fantastically post-surgery. Which is the best part of all of this, is that she's just rocking it. Shake, 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 shake goes the camera. Yeah, it is wonderful. So yeah, I'm doing really well. And I wish the same for all of y'all. Do, 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 do. Alright, we're just about there with the little flying plants. Just a couple more to do. Yeah, 2 more to go. As long as I haven't missed any. We all know how notorious I am for missing ones. We could probably do with just expanding that one out a bit. Okay. hopefully the camera is picking up the little subtle glow around all of them. It's not an intense glow, but that's not what I want. I don't want them like glowing. We just want a like little bit of something around them. Longfork, hello. How are you going today? Alright. Let's get this head done. Your polar bear cruise book came in? Nice. It is such a cute book. I do want to get that full range of those books because they are so cute. It's one of the things that if I get a tax refund, and depending on how much it is, it will be probably one of the purchases I make. They're so cute, but expensive to get in the States. Yeah, they're definitely expensive to get to New Zealand as well, but I think it's worth it. The Yuri mouse one is so cute. So cute. Alright, now we're going to start doing the same thing again and start bringing in our lighter Poscas to just bring out some highlighted areas. Actually, I think I'm going to do the glow around the head too, because then the glow is almost like the telepathic connection that they have. I kind of like those vibes, so I think we'll do the same thing around the head of this. And I also want to deepen down here. Ivory. Actually, we'll give that a minute to dry before we go on with the white. Just so it doesn't get too chunky. This one we will do a couple of the lines. I'm gonna go. I just came in to say hi. Oh, good Longfork. It was lovely to see you, even for a moment. Hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. Alright, give that a moment to dry down. And we'll go in with our pencils. We've also got our gold to go in with. And the gold I'm actually going to do last because that gold metallic has a tendency to smudge. Carve back into our highlights at the back there and just thin them out, blend out our edges. We'll just start it thin at the bottom, but we'll have our glow be more intense towards the top. Oop, I was just working completely off camera. Good job, Amy. Professional streamer here. Alright, so we went a little high on this side, but we can actually remove some of that by working very carefully with the polys. Just blending that back down. Okay, where did our gold go? I'm actually getting a little bit of a headache. Probably actually haven't had enough water to do. Because I also didn't have coffee. I jumped straight into an energy drink, so probably should make some hydration. I just dropped that all over my chin. Oh my god. Last step. We've got 14 minutes till ads. Can we do it before the ad break? Alright, now we have to use diamond because I accidentally grabbed the wrong glitter. Diamond is similar, but not the exact glitter that I've used previously. But it should do the job.
Happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy,
Now
joy,
it's just a
happy,
case
happy, joy, joy,
of slowly applying the glitter all over the red to the background sky. And working our way through all these fiddly little bits. We want a nice thin coating here because we don't want it dense. It's just a little sparkle in the sky. But we do want to make sure we do actually put it everywhere. And don't miss any section of red. Perfection! Hello! Can't believe it's already the 31st of May. I know, right? It's the end of the month. For a while there, it felt like the month was like, oh my god, it's so slow. Like, I kept on being like, oh, it's only the first week. It's only the first week. And then suddenly, boom, it's the third week of the month. It's like, where did it go? But yes, it is completed pages time. I will have to find some time to record that. Once I do finish up, I'm hoping to get this one, which is just about done, There's one more page that I've started that I want to try and get done as well. It is a simple one though, so I have no qualms that I'll get it finished today. And we're on the home stretch with this one. Like literally it's just finish glittering the sky and then just sit down and review. How are you going, Perfection? It is lovely to see you again. I don't think I'll complete a page today. That's okay. Like, it's not like a, you know, numbers or anything like that. It's like, you just do what you do. Some months you do more than other months. This month has been a very productive month for me, but I've also needed to do a lot of colouring. Some months I don't have to do this much. Scrape off some of the extra because again we only want a thin coat. We don't want hugely dense glitter. As much as I love dense glitter, this one is about a bit more of a subtle glitter shimmer to the background, which on the plus side does make the glitter go a lot further. I've been tracking all completed pages for myself because I like to know how many I've done. I've done 33 pages in May, but 90% of them are very simple pages. Yeah, it is fun to like track the stats for yourself. I do that too because I like numbers and I like seeing, you know, what I've been up to in the month. I'm doing really well. I got an amazing gift from Sammy earlier today, which I was not expecting. But she very kindly has brought me a stream deck, which is going to be fun to play with later on. And yeah, it's been a really, really good day. Sammy is healing up beautifully, and I'm having a wonderful time being here with her. It's just lots of little positives and big positives. And it just makes for a really good day. So I'm just focusing on that, you know? More sounds. Once I get streamer bots sorted, possibly more sounds. Also will help with changing scenes and stuff like that. There's all sorts of things that you can program it to do. I just got to figure out how to do it. It's so like right now, if I want to go into the break screen, I have to go to my OBS, click the break screen, and then also click to mute my mic. And I can do that with the hit of a button on the Stream Deck. section of glitter, and then we'll just double check we haven't missed any glitter sections, because that is very likely. Sometimes it's hard to tell until it dries down a bit more too, because you just see like the varnish of the glue, but then when it dries down you see a big area where there's no actual glitter at all. And like while we're doing a thin coat, it's really obvious. Yeah, so even though this isn't the exact glitter that we used on the previous pages, it's pretty close, so I think it'll work. I used pretty sure it's Stardust, or it's not Twinkle because it's the blue and pink one. But I used the one with the yellow-orange reflect. And I accidentally brought Diamond, which is more of a yellow reflect. But it still works. It's in that orangey family. Right. So they're done. Now we'll just do a quick check and make sure we've got every area with some glitter. I did miss it around the actual petals of the alien there. Just because we have got a little bit extra, we'll just take the time to go through. Add some if there's anywhere obvious that we've missed, or just a section because it's spread so thin where there is no glitter. There is a section we missed. We never actually went down into here. I want to do more detailed pages in June because I'm feeling them lately, and I'm just going for it because I'm hardly in this mood. That's valid. If that's what your mood is, that's what you do. Sometimes you're just in the mood for simpler pages, and sometimes you're just in the mood for detail. And that's the good thing about colouring, is it's there for when you need it, and there's a page for whatever you need. And since all colouring's valid, it doesn't matter what you're colouring, as long as you're colouring, you're succeeding. Alright, there's our glitter. And with 1 minute to spare before the ad break. How perfect is that? That is not the end of stream though, because we do need to do a little bit of a review. I do want to go through with some black and just darken some areas, especially in here. Here's feeling a little rushed, which I did do it last night. I just want to go back and refine a couple of areas in here, but I think we're good. But we are going to listen to the stream and our body and take our little 3-minute stretch break, do some self-care. I'm actually going to go and make a cup of tea because I am getting a headache and I think it's from a lack of water today. So I'm going to put you on the break screen while I make a cup of tea, and I'll see you all in just over 3 minutes. Please hydrate, stretch, take your meds, any form of self-care you need to do. thank you for bearing with us as we did that. I also ended up going to the bathroom and took a bit longer, but thank you so much for waiting. Ah, that's cute. Noodle. That's very cute. But yes, welcome back everybody from the break. Thank you for bearing with us as we did a slightly longer one. So Seta made a cup of tea, went to the bathroom, also grabbed some mandarins and snacks, because you know snacks. Yeah. Here it's going to be a cold rainy weekend, so perfect weekend to stay in my fluffy pajamas and colour it weekend. Heck yeah. It's also a long weekend for those of us that have the Monarch's birthday weekend. And because it's the start of the month, there's usually that spur of like all the completed pages videos. And I don't know about y'all, but for me, I find it very inspiring. And then I'm like, must colour. So, yeah. Right, so the only thing left to do is to go through and just define and add some contrast in the center section, because I did kind of skip through a lot of this last night because I was just trying to get enough of it done that I felt okay to move on stream, because I didn't want to sit here and do all the rest of this when I'd done that for the last 2 streams. So I finished that part offline. And then I knew I could get this main part done, and then if I had to, I could finish this last little bit offline, but we've got a bit of time, so we'll get this part done, and we can call this page done. And then I have one more work in progress that I'd like to get finished. It's a simpler one, so we'll just move on to that one. Now I do have to be conscious of the fact that I do have wet glitter on the page, but it's so thin it won't take long to dry. Is in June. Yeah, because we'll be June tomorrow. Monday is King's birthday. I'm sure it's Monday. I'm sure it's Monday, because I was like, I don't have to work Monday. Oh, the 3rd is Monday. The 4th is Tuesday. I'm thinking July. Sammy?
Yeah?
The 4th is Tuesday.
What is?
The 4th of June is Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the 3rd on Monday.
Yep.
I know dates. Oh, yeah, it's on the 10th of June there? Ah, okay. Yeah, no, it's on the 3rd according to my phone here. So, it's this coming Monday. Should triple check work is closed, but I'm pretty sure work is closed because they're closed public holidays, which means I don't have to work. All I know is day off. Day off is exciting. eArt Studios. Hello, Emily. How are you going, lovely? I did just see I got a message from you on Instagram too, so I will check that out after stream. I saw that. It's just coming back from the bathroom on our break. Oh, wet. Careful with the wet, Amy. It's different everywhere. Even in the States and Australia it's different. Oh my goodness. Did not know that. It's really interesting. I just finished our buddy page. Oh my goodness. Well done. Well done indeed. Now I have to go and look at it. Oh, that turned out gorgeous. I love it. I love, love, love it. I gotta stop just using pencils. I get it. Sometimes pencils is just where it's at. But yeah, I definitely prefer to base pages to cover up that paper, that tooth. Worth it though, it looks stunning. And it not only got us both into an untouched book, I then got a second page done in the book too, so thank you so much. I love how it turned out. We are just about done with this Alien Worlds page. The only thing I'm doing right now is just deepening some of the shadows, because I did do like this bottom section last night, but I kind of was rushing it because I just wanted to get it to a point where I could carry on stream, and I didn't want to have to do any of this because I knew it would take ages and I wanted to get it finished. So I rushed through, but now I've got a bit of time. I can come back and just refine some of these shadows and shadings a bit. God, I didn't even put any shading on this purple one. So yeah, that's all we're going to do. We're just going to finish off the shading on this one, and then we'll move on to the last whip I have. It was. Herb Leonard has a really interesting style. I really like it. And in my headcanon, they will forever be playing D&D. Or at least trying to. We were definitely a bit rough around here, but luckily a lot of this is in shadow, so we'll just make sure we've got some definition in there. Still working on the same 2 pages for the past week or so now, probably because gel pens. Pages take as long as they're going to take. Like, you know, sometimes, like the Mythic World page, I started that one on the first day of the month and I only finished it like a couple of days ago. Sometimes pages just take a long time, especially if you're not feeling it, you're not in the mood. And that's okay. Again, there's no rush, there's no pressure. The only pressure is the pressure we put on ourselves, and it doesn't need to be there. Like I went into today being like, yes, I want to finish off the Alien Worlds page, but also if I didn't, it's fine. It would go into next month. And I just knew it was close, and I was like, I can finish this today, and I'm in the mood to finish it today, so... But if I had woken up today and been like, nah, I can't stand looking at Alien Worlds today, we would have worked on something else. And it's all good. Because at the end of the day, it is what it is. It's colouring. I do understand it though. I put pressure on myself too. And it's like, it's ridiculous because we don't need to have that pressure on us. Like, it's colouring, eh? It's like... It's there for what we need it to be there for. It's not about the number of pages we produce or how it turns out. It's colouring is just about, for me anyway, colouring is about that mental health aspect. It's about taking that time to just look after myself and step away from the world into a world I'm creating. And this month I've needed to step away a lot, so I have done a lot this month, but it doesn't make months where I've only done 1 or 2 pages invalid just because I've done 30 plus pages this month. It's just this month has been a month I've needed to do a lot of colouring. Yeah, and that's how I did the Mythic World page too, because that one has so many tiny little details, and I love how it turned out, but it's also like there's been a lot of simple colouring in between. Oh my god, Emily, I have been doing so much in the books you've gifted me, especially this one. Like, this is such a cute little book. I'm working on my 4th page in here. Like, this is the last whip that I currently have, and this is the 4th page I've done in here this month. It's such a cute little book, and it handles media really well. Like, I did this one with Inktense, and you can't tell it all through the page. There's a little bit of buckling. There's a little bit of, like, because I had baking paper underneath just in case, and because it had nothing to absorb into it, pulled on there, and then I moved the book up. So that's me that's not it bleeding through, that's me spilling. But yeah, it handles like the media really well. I know you've seen the first one that I did in there. Oh, and I did this one yesterday too, because I just wanted to colour a rainbow sparkly unicorn. Again, that's pretty much all Inktense, tiny little bit of Fablos, and some metallic gel pens, and yeah, absolutely fine. You don't want to see the video? Oh, good. You're good to look now, perfection. You're good to look. It's going to be a long ass video, can tell you that much. I'm glad, because I also like long videos. I am a content goblin. I'm like, give me the 8-hour long videos. It's like I'll go and look at my subscriptions, and it's like someone's been live and there's now a 6.5 hour long VOD to watch. I'm like, fantastic. Background noise for the day, because I just love having them up in the background while I do things. And it's the same thing of like being on Twitch and hanging out during Twitch streams. It's just that constant background noise to help fill the day, and it feels like you're like colouring with somebody. Alright, so I did want to come back around this hand with purple. I love the little book. I just got the bears one, and it's so cute too. Oh, I might have to add the bears one to my wish list. I don't think it's on my wish list, and then keep an eye out to see if it pops up on special. Yeah, I added that one to my wish list, and Emily very kindly brought it for me. And I was like I knew the Sirens of the World one was one I was like, yes, because memes. And you know, that one I was like, okay, that's really cute, and I could see myself having some fun with it. I did not expect to love it as much as I do. Like, literally, I've already flipped through it so many times, and I've got so many ideas for pages, and it's just become like it's a good travel bed one. It's just such a good size to fit into everything. Like, I knew I'd like the book, but I did not expect to love the book as much as I do. And then the Rita Berman one as well. I've worked in all the books that Emily very kindly gifted me this month. So kind. I've worked in all of them. But yeah, I'm just surprised at how much I'm enjoying that one. So, and yeah, once I'm at a point that I feel like I can stop on this with the shading, which I know I can pick at this for a while with shading, but we will go on and finish that little cat, and because that is literally my last whip. I also have a personal project, which is a drawing for Sammy, that I can also work on, but I want to try and get the colouring page done first. But that'll be tonight. And I also have some digital stuff that I want to work on as well. And I'm hoping next month that I can start talking about some of the digital stuff that I've been doing. Because plans. Ha 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 ha. Secret projects are secret. I do the same with you when I miss your streams. I appreciate that. I'm glad. Like, it is one of the things I like about also Jill streaming to YouTube is that there is that VOD immediately. Because I used to manually put up the VODs on YouTube, but I would do it the day of the next stream. So it would be like that reminder that it's stream day because the last stream just went live. But that was also due to Twitch's regulations and stuff like that. But then Twitch changed everything and they're like, yeah, no, we don't care anymore. It's like, sweet. And that's when we could start the Jill streaming and all that. So, yeah. Alright. Now, I didn't really do any shading on these orange ones either. So let's add in a little bit of red. So they're not so flat. And where did our ready orange go? There. Pencils everywhere. The good thing is the glitter's so thin that it's already dry. Because we did such a thin coat. I love it. I really enjoy to have a couple of smaller books. It seems easier to tackle. The images are so cute and the paper takes water media so well. Surprised. Yeah, that's what got me too, is how well it's handling the wet media. Like, I was slavering on Inktense and water and all sorts of stuff, and it's like, yeah, no, this is cool. But yeah, it was perfect as well because the Bulls Depoils, however it's pronounced, the Rita Berman and then the Sirens book that I was gifted are just also really good travel sizes. Like, because they're smaller books, I could fit them in very easily because I had such limited space this time. So, also very grateful for that. And then the Pablos fit perfectly into my backpack. So that went all into my backpack for the bus. Because I was going to colour on the bus with them. And I didn't. I slept the entire time. And then, like, these big books could go into my suitcase. Alright. Let's take another look at this. I need the green. Because I've done no green. Whoops. I just used black, but let's blend up a little bit of the teal. I also have 2 new digital colouring books to print out. I have Colouring Heaven. I have their Little Mermaid issue by Fabiana Trade. It's gorgeous. And then I also have the Angels and Demons issue by Jash Lee. So looking forward to getting those printed as well. And then I wanted to do your little centre part here and bring it up in here a little bit so that's actually a highlight on the edge, not just a whole darn flower. I could tell I was very clearly, I don't care at this point, I'm done. We need a little bit behind here to define that that is behind that branch. Same with up there. The whole thing needs just toning down because you're in the shadows. Look, I need coffee or something. All good. We've had a hydrate, posture check, stretch, and candy redeem. Thank you so much. Alright. We will take this opportunity to stretch for me to stand up and just look at this at a slight distance. But I think we're done. I think we're done, folks. I think we're done. Just tone that down slightly. I am happy to call that done. Did it.
Nice.
Oi! Oi! Heck yeah! Right. Now we make sure our posture's good and back, and we'll hydrate with a cup of tea and also candy. Did you want some candy?
Yeah, go on.
Any particular colour? I just
I
got.
like the greens.
You like the greens? I just picked up a handful.
Oh, yeah. And an orange, since they're the like mid-tier ones.
Okay. 3 green and an orange.
Yeah.
Sorry, my love. It was a really bad way for me to throw it. I should have done it one at a time. That would have been logical. Alright. I have the Rita Berman Europa in my basket. I don't have any of her books. I only have this one because, again, I was gifted it very, very kindly. I really am enjoying it. Again, the paper is working really well. I did chuck Inktense on there, and I used my Pablos in there, and beautiful. Metallic markers and some Poscas so far in it too. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it as well. I almost started another page in it last night, but then I went for the bulls, the fur bulls. I'm sure it's fur bulls it translates to. Will you do a flip through of those PDFs? Probably not, because Colouring Heaven do their own flip throughs. I mean, I can, but I always felt weird about doing ones about Colouring Heaven because they put up their own flip throughs when the issues come out. I also have to go and get them printed first as well. I got a few PDFs of Mariella Budick is gorgeous. I love her work. Her work is like, I want to get her Mermaids pack so badly. Right, I'm just finding, there it is, that one. Share. So this is the Angels and Demons one by Josh Lee. And that is the Little Mermaid one by Fabiana Terry. I don't know how to say her name. And yes, thank you for the candy, Redeem Perfection. I mean, if you'd like me to do a flip through, I can, but they also put up really nice flip throughs. So it's like, yeah, it's hard sometimes because I'm like, I should really flip the books, but then also there's so many flip throughs of the books. So like, if it's a book I get where there's not a lot of flip throughs, I'm like, yeah, no, I'll put a flip through up because it's not already out there. Yeah, so Josh Lee we've coloured a few times on the channel, and in fact, I've had a few Instagram conversations with him because he does like really respond to your work if you tag him in it. So he's quite lovely. And he gifted me some PDFs of his work to colour for one of his new series. He did a Filipino mythology series, so he contacted me to colour one of them and then gave me a couple extra PDFs for free as well, which was really lovely. Had to push that one through. But yeah, that was really good. And then I really like Fabiana Chetty's. I don't want to just call her Fabiana because she's also Fabiana Artenasio, so it can get very confusing. But I really like her work, and I really like the Little Mermaid issue. So, yeah. And I brought them digitally because, of course, now I can't access Colouring Heaven easily in New Zealand. And, yeah, I was gifted a couple of codes to grab a couple of them. So I was like, well, let's grab 2 issues I really want. So, but they weren't bad. I mean, they're $9 New Zealand digitally. So it's really not bad to actually grab some. Like, if you go through Etsy and then you just put them in your cart and you wait a while, they'll give you a 10% off code. So, yeah, also another trick. If you're buying them digitally and you haven't got a code, do it through Etsy, which is the same price as their website. Put it in your cart, leave it for a while, come back to Etsy, and you'll get a 10% off code as well. But yeah, that is Alien Worlds done. So, we're going to move you over there for this moment. We're going to quickly go in here. There's my June setup. We need a biro. Where is a biro? I need to clean up this desk after stream. We have stuff everywhere.
Can it be sparkly?
Pardon?
Purple?
Nah, I found it.
Okay.
It was just buried. 31st of the 5th. My highlighters should be in here. There they are. And then because the page is done, we go wink. And that's how I know the page is done. And then because I was working in bed, I never wrote down Bulls, Dear Bulls. And I'm just going to call it Magic Kitty. So far that uses Pablos. And then Aliens Worlds, we did Inktense, Pablos, Polys, Stickles, Posca, Metallic, Gel pen. We add one more to my completed pages. That is how I keep track of things, which makes it very easy when it comes to the end of the month and have to like do all my summaries and stuff like that. So that's a big reason why I do it. Alright, last whip. The good thing about having PDFs is you can print them on paper since they downgraded their paper quality. Yeah, and that was, like, the paper was mostly workable. Like, I didn't mind it. It's not the greatest paper, but it could still be worked. And when I used to get it, it was because there was a little mum and pop magazine shop under me that stocked it. I do not know a single other place in New Zealand that stocks it. And, like, buying one magazine to ship in from overseas is very expensive. They do, like, some of the deals and stuff might make it worthwhile. But since I was given the code to get 2 of them, I was just like, screw it. I'm just going to get these 2. And yeah, just now I can print them. I just have to pay for printing now. And because I don't have any paper here, I will also have to buy paper if I do print them while I'm here. Alright, let's see. Well, no wonder you're feeling askew. The camera is completely off center. There we go. Right, so I started this one last night using Pablos. So let's see if we can get this finished off. I got so many comments on the unboxing video being like, there's a color chart behind the tin. There's a color chart on the little band on the tin. I was like, I am informed of this now, thank you. So kind. But yeah, I didn't even notice it when I unboxed them. I was like, and then Emily messaged and was like, hey, by the way, there's a color chart. It's like, oh my god, it's so smart. So smart. But yeah, so I've used a lot of the Pablos this month because I have been trialing them out. And I do really like them. I feel like they are a good blend between Prisma and Poly, in that you can still get a sharp tip like a Poly, but they are softer, more like a Prisma. They're not exactly like a Prisma though. I wouldn't call them like a Prisma. But they do have a softness about them that the Polys are missing. However, I can get sharper details with the Polys, and I feel like the Polys do layer better when you do more layers. But if you're just wanting to work straight with the pencils, fantastic. Really like them. And they do work with the Polys. You can use them to help build out your colour collection, which is fantastic because there are colours in here. Even in the little 30 set, there's colours in here that I don't have in the Polys. Plus the white and the cream are way better in terms of opacity for working on top of the Polys if you, like we did the glow in those aliens. Right, so my plan for this one is that gorgeous indigo blue purple that we pulled out to use on the Alien Worlds page as well. We're also going to use in the background. So it's going to have like a dark purpley background. And then obviously we've got yellows from the candles. So I think I want to stick with like yellow and purple as our main colours here. And I think we're going to do a black cat because black cats are cool. And the only other thing I know is I'm going to pull out the Posca to highlight the yellow edges and a gold metallic gel pen for all the stars. So yeah, that's as far as I know so far with this page. The rest of it, we'll figure it out as we go along. So one of the things that I'm trying to do with the pencils is also colour in the direction of the fur, because then if it does go a bit liney, it just looks like fur. I am leaving a little gap where we will use the greyish black, which will allow areas where the black goes right up to it to be very distinct. Like for example with these legs here. And allow me to work in the yellow as well. I can probably actually bring you in a bit closer, I just realised. Because this is a much smaller book. Yes, I haven't changed the title of my stream or the project details or anything like that, but that's okay. We won't worry about that. This is just a little bit of a bonus at the end. Though I just noticed the time and we are coming up to nap time soon. How you going, love?
Good.
Okay. I know I haven't done much of this, but I'm actually starting to get a little bit of a headache and the tea's not helping. I thought the tea might be helping, but I actually think it's a you need to go down for a nap headache. Kind of started about an hour and a half ago and it's not going away. So we're going to be smart and listen to our body here. Let's see if there's somewhere where we can take you. I don't think there's anyone colouring right now. Cool. Alright. Let's go back. Oh yeah, I know where we'll go. We'll go say hi to a lovely Kiwi streamer. They are playing some Minecraft. So, a little bit of different category, but they are lovely. So for our YouTube friends, this is where we will leave you. Thank you so much for watching. For our Twitch friends, we will go a raiding. So let me bring up the raid message. So if you'd like to copy and paste that, and let's just make sure we can raid into the channel because I learned that last time. Where did they go? There they are. They've only just... Yeah. Cool. I can start the raid there. So we're going to go and raid To Your Stations, who is a lovely Kiwi streamer. Really wonderful little community over there, and it's their birthday soon. So we'll go and say hi to them. So thank you so much for being here for us for today's stream and helping me finish off that page. It is so good to have it done. And yes, thank you Marcy, and thank you Endo. It's just, I just need a nap. That's basically it. My head's just starting to go, yeah, it's nap time. Kind of didn't have the best sleep last night. I kept on jerking awake after weird dreams. But yes, it's been a wonderful time. I will catch you all again on Sunday for the start of the month. It'll be the start of June, so we'll be starting all over again. I will do my best to try and get completed pages up tomorrow. It will depend on if I can record it and a couple other factors, and editing. We'll do our best, but it may take a couple of days to get it all organised because it's going to be a big video. But yes, make sure you take care of yourself, look after yourself, take your meds, lots of self-care. I appreciate you all, and I'll catch you all in the next stream. Bye.